Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here comes Williams on the return. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
What's cool about Jordan's story too, Kate, is he's officially moved beyond the story of how his career began, of sitting and waiting for his opportunity to shine. Now we just get to celebrate all these shining moments, showing off the talent that he's got.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Play action, Love. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Love on the play fake. Finds a man right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Great run here. He's across the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 33. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner, down inside the 30.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, Jacobs breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Love out of the shotgun. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
So they dodge an opening drive turnover, but this drive could stall out if they don't convert here. It's third down. On the sneak, it's Love. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Jordan Love, the touchdown. On a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Eagles nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Tank Bigsby here with the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Escapes a defender. And he's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Trying to get in with the option here. Now he's hit, Hurts fumbles. But it looked like an Eagle flew in and was first to the football. They're retaining possession. Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. They're going for it here. They'll run for this. And the early aggressiveness is absurd. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their 2nd possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you gotta imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now. Quick throw out wide by Love. This one goes for 3 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Slot man motioned over. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Motioning the tight end now. Going run again with Jacobs. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Gonna keep this one and go. And they're gonna down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For
line.
one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He finds space into the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Love from the gun. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14, Eagles nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. Jukes away from one. This makes it up to the 25. Now for the second time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. This would be a good time for the first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. First down, a run with Barkley. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They break the huddle. It's second down now. Receiver in motion, going left. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he works it forward to the 43-yard line. Brought down by the ball hawk. He was an all-pro last season, Brock. Xavier McKinney.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
On third down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to run for it. Now he's past the 25. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for the Eagles. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They send the tight end in motion. Hurts now from the gun. Finds him on the crossing route. And it'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. The Packers on top early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. The QB keeping this option on first and goal. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Only a couple there, but still in good shape. Only 3 yards to go here on second and goal. They'll work against the blitz. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! a one-score game in the first half. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Eagles 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Love looking to pass. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got his man, it's Golden. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Love now, off the play action. Looking right, and he finds him. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Sticking in the air, Love. Has him on the quick hitter. This one is stopped after about a 5-yard pickup. The tackle made it to 45.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Once more, it's Love. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Love to throw again. Brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's a gift to Jacobs. He's still going at the 30. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became real easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Pass caught out right by Golden. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. He finds him right side. And they're going to be set up with 1st and goal as this goes out of bounds, Brock, at the 3-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about time and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Play action, Love. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a 13-point lead. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they balked on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Eagles 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Hurts. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Gonna run with Barkley. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
To A.J. Brown. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
We've got 3 tight ends out there now. Here's 3rd and goal. Hurts looking to throw. He'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
On the scramble.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
They'll leave the offense out there and try 4th and goal from the 4. They'll go, Hurts. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 1-score game in the first half. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Quick throw out wide by Love. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They go counter, it's Jacobs. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Packers, who have 2nd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. Short pass brought in. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Guys, dig deep.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
Showtime! Let's make some noise! Come on! Here we go! What you working with? Teamwork, baby!
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. They're going to go. It's Love. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First call here coming from the shotgun. Hurts now from the gun. Throw over the middle, caught by Brown. And this is going to be halted just before we can reach the 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He completes it in traffic. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Brought down by Quay Walker.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
The Packers going nickel on 3rd. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And again, here's Hurts. Catch made. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, listen, I know Packers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60+ is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Final throw before the break. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our 1st half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks for that update, Scotch. Welcome back, everyone, for the 3rd quarter. Got a 1-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. On now is McManus to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Short side option here. He's running left. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. To the line there, but no further.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Here's Hurts. This one's caught. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle, and he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's good for the Eagles first down. A gain of 9 yards and an Eagle first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he spins right by him. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. Well, we'll pause here, and for good reason. One of the Packers injured on that play and is being tended to. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They go to Barkley again. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 2nd down.
So the false start backs him up 5. Here comes 2nd and long. Now Hurts. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. picked off by Evan Williams. And the Packers are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They've got first down from the 31. Man in motion here. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, it's Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun now for Love. Has it in close. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 43-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. On the sneak, it's Love. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Now Love on the play fake. Fits it through the middle. And this is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Packers first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Jacobs running behind center. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain.
What a great sign to start the second half with this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. Takes the handoff, now Love. Catch is made in close. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Quick throw out wide by Love. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
28, Eagles 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gibson now to return. Escapes a defender. And this drive will start inside the 25. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And the pack gets home. They drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Hurts. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the... That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles 1st down. 38 yards on the play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Completed over the middle. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Slot receiver headed left. Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
4 yards.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hurts yet again. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple though. Second and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Headed in the wrong direction, Brock, as they take second and goal now from the 13. Hurts now from the gun. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And back-to-back sacks have these guys suddenly staring at third and goal.
Kate, you just know as a quarterback there's situations where you're going to gain the trust of the play caller or quickly lose it. And when you take back-to-back sacks, you've lost the trust of your coordinator. And now on third down, well, you better do all you can to regain it.
Back-to-back sacks, and this defense hungry for a third here. It's third and goal. Here he goes, third and long. Completed left side to Smith. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On fourth down, Hurts. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. All right, so we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw, here's Love. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's second down. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They stick with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Packers first down. First and 10.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Dumps it off to his running back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's on the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Love. Finds the in route complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It's a gain of 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Love from the gun. He's got it. It's in close. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Packers.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. They send a receiver in motion right. They'll run, Jacobs. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Jordan Love, the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
35, Eagles 21.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So second down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long, but finally, this defense has an answer.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. Easy way to do it, catches just like that. Going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 41. Short pass brought in. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Hurts. And he puts some air under this one, right side. Has it down close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 28.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Small pass, big result. This dude is just a juggernaut with the football, and once he gets rolling, it gets tougher and tougher and tougher to stop him from playing add-on with those yards.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Packers 1st down. 1st and 10.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Love now on 1st and 10. Catch made. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that 1st. They're going to face 4th and short. So the red challenge flag has hit the field. Matt LaFleur wants to see this again.
Previous play is under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the 1st down. They run it with Jacobs. Next snap coming inside the red zone. Brock, who picks up 9 on the play.
I got to really wrap my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. It doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Going run again with Jacobs. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Packers 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. To the air with Love. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, now this is certainly going to make 2nd and goal considerably more difficult. He could have gotten rid of it to avoid the big loss, but give some credit here to the defense as well. That pressure was suffocating, and it's going to make it a more difficult now second-and-goal situation.
Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Love now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. How quickly things can change, partner. The pain for being taken down that prior play, yeah, I imagine that's gone and forgotten now, and it's been replaced by the adrenaline from finding the end zone there.
Yeah, that defense could have certainly used the pass rush from the previous play because that quarterback had plenty of time to scan the field and make a throw, and he gets an immediate measure of revenge for that sack.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Packers 42, Eagles 28.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Bigsby with the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And you may as well call him a constant headache that this defense has had to deal with all game long. I mean, team playing to slow down his passing work, but it's been his rushes that have really broken the spirit of this unit. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
To number 26, Saquon Barkley. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles, 14 points back. 2nd down now, they need 7. Hurts now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is. Is that QB and tight ends? They got that ball out in a hurry.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
46-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. It's Hurts once again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Hurts setting up to throw. Smith brings in another one. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Tight end going in motion here. Looking to throw it. Drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down, but instead it's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Pass complete to Goddard. And he is in for the touchdown. Still unlikely, Brock, but it's not entirely over just yet with this score. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Here he goes, 1 final shot. And this is going to be caught, getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
Eagles 36.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Packers to a knee, let the clock run out on this victory. So this is a Packers win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a 1-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.